Hello, this is UDK Particle-Based User Interface Basics Segment 1. It is running on the December 2011 beta version of UDK. My name is Gabriel Robbins of Cohort 17, and today's date is January 21st, 2012. This first segment is going to cover the basics of the particle emitter system editor, also known as Cascade, in the Unreal Development Kit. So we're just going to open up a particle and through the content browser right here, and left click on a particle system. We're going to go with fire. It's p_fx_fire_wv_01. So just left click on a particle emitter, and immediately you run to Unreal Cascade. To get comfortable with this and affect it very quick, which I'm sure time is going to be an issue with any TGP2 project, you need to know what's going on first before you can begin to tinker with it. So first we're going to look at, break it off, this main area into 4 segments. In the left you have your viewport where you can look at the particle effect. Left allows you to rotate around, left click and move around your mouse. Right click can move back and forward, zooms you in and out. To the top right you have your emitter section. Each texture that is brought in is an emitter, and this column has its own respective modules, and these modules you can adjust basically anything to make very cool effects for your emitter. So again, texture is brought in, it's a particle emitter, and it is edited through different modules which you can right click and add and select whatever you want under your respective emitter. To adjust these settings you use the bottom left and right viewport. If you want to select your particle system as a whole, not just a specific emitter, left click out here and the particle properties are brought up in the bottom left section. Here you can adjust basically anything you want as far as boundaries, times, different variations. It's all math in the properties window to do what you want. If you want some more visual representation, you can use the Unreal Curve editor. All this does is show a graphical representation of any properties that are controlled over time. This y-axis offers you the amount, and this x-axis to the right shows you the amount of time in which that the property changes. To go over the editor, the top of the editor, now we've covered what each specific section does. We'll go over what these specific buttons do. These edit and view, these are basic functions. These allow your different views, windows, if you want to customize what you want to do. If you like to play around with specific viewports being available and other ones being blocked, this is the way to go. To play around with the viewport, to play around also, you can use these specific tool buttons. If you want to restart your effect, that's what they're pretty self-explanatory. You can restart in the level if you're messing with have your particle system in the level. If you want to find what particle system you're playing with, just go find in the content browser. If you have a specific thumbnail that you want to save, left click on Find in Content Browser button. This toggle orbit mode is only useful if your particle uses an orbit function allowing editing of the orbit properties. This toggle motion is basically, go ahead and click that. It just shows what your particle effect looks like in motion. It just makes it do a giant lap around the whole plane so you can see what it looks like while leaving a trail. If it's a particle effect that's going to be used in motion, it's a really cool effect. So we'll turn that off. Change the view mode is much like the viewport editors in UDK itself. While looking at levels, you can just see different types of lit and unlit and the different structures, and we'll bring it back to just normal. The toggle bounds shows the boundaries in which the particle affects. If you want an idea of while it's going to be affected by the particle effect. And toggle post process is an animal in itself. It is used for more refined effects such as bloom, depth of field, motion blur, and material effects. The grid, if you don't like looking at a blank space, it's just personal preference. This just toggles the grid on and off. I personally do. This is play. You want to make sure it's playing. If you want to pause it, you want to see what it looks like and still it, just hit pause. Set sim speed, just how fast you want to go. And this is a loop system. The loop system is basically if you want to keep going or stop. If it's like a one-time explosion, you just want to play once, this is the button that you want to use. It's toggle real time. Real time, same as the Unreal Development Kit editor in itself. You want to see how it looks like in real time. That's the button for it. Background color. If you don't want to mess with the background color, you don't like black as the background, that's the button. The wireframe sphere, if you want to make a sphere in order to so you can get an idea of the size in Unreal units, this is the button to use. And undo and redo, self-explanatory. Level of detail is also something that is important in the particle editing. It's basically used, you want to create a level of detail in an editor in your particle system. You need to know when that detail will go away. This particle system has one level of detail, so it will look the same no matter what. If you want to create another one, you can use these respective controls to create another level of detail and adjust how the particle effect will look at a second level of detail and the effects of it, because you want your particle effects to be efficient. So these buttons from the highest level of detail to here all deal with your LOD, and this of course if you create an LOD point and you want to delete it, this is the button for that. So that covers the basic user interface of the Unreal Cascade system. Again, top left is your viewport, top right is your particle emitter with its respective modules. The bottom left is the properties section, and the bottom right is the Unreal Curve editor. Thank you.